Good morning, juniors. Today we are going to talk about mitosis. Our objectives for today: I can identify the phases of mitosis and I can explain the purpose of mitosis for growth and repair. So a quick review: we know that all living organisms share 8 characteristics in common. One of those characteristics of life is that living organisms must grow and develop throughout their lifetime. But how do organisms grow? And what does this process look like? Do we get bigger cells? Do we get more cells? Well, let's go ahead and ask Tim and Moby. So glad that we just heard from Tim and Moby about cell division. As they told us, the answer is organisms get bigger because they make more cells. They make more cells by dividing using mitosis. So I am going to go through these notes. Please pause the video and stop if you need more time to copy down. Our definition of mitosis is cell division where DNA copies and one parent cell divides into 2 identical cells. So we start with 1 cell and we get 2 cells. Just some terminology: the original cell we call the parent cell, and the 2 new cells that are formed we call daughter cells. Pause the video if you need more time to copy this down. Here's a little picture of mitosis. We start with 1 cell over here on the left. We end up with 2 cells on the right. 1 parent cell, 2 daughter cells. 1 cell is divided into 2. Mitosis produces body cells or somatic cells. These are 2 names that mean the same thing. Body cells are used for growth and repair. So we grow taller by producing more body cells, more bone cells, skin cells, and muscle cells. Also, bacteria reproduce by using mitosis, which means that all bacteria are identical because they form from mitosis. So, all cells produced by mitosis are diploid. This word diploid means that they have 2 sets of chromosomes. 2N is how we write that in shorthand. You can remember this because the prefix di means 2. Please pause the video if you need more time to copy down these notes. We remember the phases of mitosis that Tim and Moby talked about by using the acronym PMAT. You need to get this down in your notebook. The P stands for prophase, M metaphase, A anaphase, T telophase. Please pause the video if you need more time to get PMAT down in your notes. Here's a little quick overview of PMAT, what it looks like. Again, we have one parent cell up top. 2 daughter cells are formed in the end. Don't worry about writing this next part down. Just listen and put your eyes on the screen. Interphase is not part of PMAT. The cell spends most of its time in interphase. The cell kind of just chills and the DNA replicates when the cell is ready to divide. Prophase is when chromosomes form, and they form this X formation that you saw in the video and in this picture right here. So they're X'd up, 2 chromosomes crossed. The nucleus breaks up. Then we have metaphase, when the chromosomes line up in the middle of the cell that's dividing. You can remember this because M metaphase, M middle. So in metaphase, the chromosomes line up in the middle of the cell. The next phase is anaphase. This is when sister chromatids, those are those X's, when they actually pull apart. So one chromosome goes to the one side of the cell, and the other chromosome from the X goes to the opposite side of the cell. So there's no more X's. The DNA is being separated. In telophase, this is when the 2 nucleuses or nuclei of the new cells begin to form, and the cell begins to split in half into the 2 daughter cells. Cytokinesis is the last part of mitosis when 2 fully formed daughter cells appear. Those cells are diploid and they're identical to the parent cell. They have the same exact DNA as the parent cell. Please go back and look through the rest of the video if you need to get any more notes down, and let's get started on guided practice.